Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. How we doing?
Not good. I'm tired. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, Skip. I'm tired. But it's the fourth quarter, and I got this reserve tank, so I'm gonna have to give it to you. Okay? I just want you to know.
All I know is, if you out there need a break from the election coverage like my man Shannon does, we are here for you for the next 2.5 hours, and we are going to talk sports. And we have a lot of sports to talk about.
Yes.
So here we go.
That is so true. Shannon, good luck today. I know
you got to wipe your eyes.
And I agree. Let's talk some sports. We will be that break for everyone. And how about we start by talking about Tom Brady? So, Shannon, this one obviously for you. This week, Brady confirmed the reports that Antonio Brown had been staying at his house. During a radio interview, Brady said he is, quote, just trying to be a great teammate and help someone out who's a friend of mine. Shannon, are you buying that they are actually friends here?
Hell no, they're not friends. Skip, I don't have a problem with AB staying at Brady's house. Brady, being responsible, making sure he gets to and from. He's on time because BA says any slip-ups, one slip-up and you're done. And so Tom says, okay, I'll be responsible for it. I'll make sure he gets to and from where he's supposed to be on a timely manner. Skip, I get that. Skip, but don't do this. Don't say you're friends. You're not friends. Because I've never seen him at the Kentucky Derby with him like he's with Edelman, Amendola, Gronk. I've never seen him throwing up in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, like he was with the other guys. See, Brady's saying that they're friends, Skip, because he doesn't want this to come off as self-serving. He doesn't want this to come off because a lot of time in sports, especially football, Skip, people have said, you know what, if you got talent, the NFL is willing to look any behavior the individual might have if you can catch, tackle, or throw a football.
True.
Brady doesn't want to be attached to that. He wants to say, well, this is my friend. I'm putting my arm around him. I would do this for any friend. It's hard for me to believe that someone outside of... I could be wrong, and Lord forgive me if I'm wrong. I would like to see a head count. How many black friends does Brady have that does not play football? I'm just talking about somebody that can't help him do anything. Antonio Brown can help.
Although, time out. A lot of black people hate it when white people say, I have black friends,
yeah,
right?
But,
okay.
No, don't say, but I'm saying, Skip, for me, I have friends that's never played football and probably couldn't tell you the difference between a screenplay and a screen porch. But we're friends. They can't help me do anything.
Yep.
And all I'm saying is, Skip, Antonio Brown can help Brady reach his ultimate destination, his ultimate goal. I got no problem with him helping him. No problem, none whatsoever. But don't feed me this talking about, oh, he's a friend. Skip, he probably had no conversation, maybe at the Pro Bowl, but Brady been stopped going to Pro Bowls long time ago. So the first interaction they probably had was last year when he was there for, what, 10 days?
I don't even know if it was that long.
Okay, you're right. He came in on a Monday. He didn't play. Well, he came in. He didn't play the first week. He played the second week, and he was gone basically that Thursday after they played that Sunday. So give him 10 days, Skip. I give him 10 days. That was it. So this notion that we're friends, are you friendly? Sure. Can AB help Brady reach his ultimate goal? Sure. That's what this is about, Skip. And we're not, because we saw this with Jerry Jones, did this with Pac-Man Jones. Skip, remember he had security to get Pac-Man to and from. And that
didn't work.
It still didn't work, Skip.
Nope.
So this is another situation. And I've done this growing up. I had a homeboy, Skip. He was our best player. But that joker wouldn't come to school. And you know, if you didn't come to school, you couldn't play football that day. Skip, I go to that joker, hey, coach, hey, go to his house and break. Skip, I go wake him up.
And I'm assuming he wasn't a white kid,
No,
right?
no, he wasn't a white kid, Skip. I got to go get that joker because we needed him in order for us to win the game.
I got it. Okay, so that is your opinion from a distance. You don't know this situation inside and out.
Right.
And you could be extremely right about what you just said. I also believe you could be extremely wrong, because this is what I've learned through my many years on this planet. When it comes to love or even friendship, as in close friendship, you just can't know. It never follows the pattern you think it's following. I'll give you a quick case in point. How about me and my wife, Ernestine? Trust me, if you had known each of us before we met, you would say there is no way they will ever wind up together. Now, it's not a black and white situation. But you cannot find two more opposite people than me and my wife, Ernestine, because I was raised Protestant in Oklahoma City, raised Methodist. she grew up in the New York City area on Long Island, and she had a Jewish mother and an Italian Catholic father. Trust me, you want to talk about opposites attracting? Here we are 15 years later, and we are going really strongly.
Right.
Okay, so what do we know about Brady and Antonio? Well, obviously, Tom grew up white suburb, San Mateo, California, Bay Area. It's kind of middle classy, but you could go borderline upper middle class. They had some. You have to have some money to live in the Bay Area because it is really expensive. Antonio grew up in Miami. I don't know if I can go poor in Miami because his father was a legendary Arena Football League player named Eddie Brown. I don't know if you remember him.
Downtown.
But, oh, yeah. But back in 2006, on their 20th anniversary of the Arena Football League, he got voted the #1 player of all time in the league. Does that mean he was rich? No, it does not. But he had a little money in his pocket, just a little bit. Did Antonio see much of it? I have no idea.
Right.
But again, you can say Miami, San Mateo, California, it's like opposite ends of the earth.
Right.
I got that. The first connection I know that these two had right off the bat is they were both 6th-round picks. And one of them was the 196th overall pick. That's Antonio Brown.
Right.
And Brady, as we always hear from him, he's 199.
Right.
So they're real close to way down in the draft, and you can relate some because you were a 7th-round pick and you were
192.
192. So you're right in the ballpark, right? Okay. So is there some connection between one guy who became the GOAT, the greatest quarterback ever, and an Antonio Brown who I'm going to give him about 5-year stretch in this league? He was the most dominating wide receiver in the league. I'm not saying he was the best. Is he beyond Julio? He's smaller, obviously, but did he not dominate? Did he not put up numbers the way nobody did?
Yeah, I think he had 6 straight 100-catch seasons.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's ever done that.
And he and Roethlisberger, again, they fell apart in the end, but was that just not like a heavenly connection?
Yes.
You want to talk about clutch?
Yes.
When they needed a big throw, Ben just looked for AB.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what I know about Antonio and Tom. I've been around Antonio some. You've been around him a little bit. He has a huge personality.
He does.
What did we hear Gruden yelling in Hard Knocks a year ago? 84! You know, you can relate to 84, right?
Yep.
84! Out on the practice field, first day with the Raiders. You're going to lead this league in energy. He does.
He does.
And he lights it up in practice. What does Brady really love to do the most? He loves to watch film and practice. He does. He thrives on it. Okay, so they have a connection there that I'm not sure Tom has ever had quite that deeply with anybody who ever practiced with him. And what do we know about Brady? I keep telling you, he just shatters every mold I try to put him in. When you try to put him in this, you try to stereotype him here, he shatters it because he doesn't fit in any mold.
Right.
So I've known, I'm going to say conservatively, a dozen players who played with him. I do not know Tom Brady, never been around, never spoken to the man. The dozen or so players I worked with at ESPN who played with and for Brady, I never heard one negative word about him. So every time I would try to poke and prod for fraudulent, inauthentic, I couldn't get there.
Right.
So I think he's real. Whatever he is real. I think he hides behind this public persona, this social media persona of the lame dad, you know, the goofy, silly dad jokes and all the cliches. And I think he hides behind that because I'm not sure that's really who he is.
Right.
So who was his closest friend at University of Michigan? It was the place kicker, Jay Feely, because they worked together one summer in Ann Arbor at the local driving range.